All right, here we go. 1.4, perimeter and area in the coordinate plane. So we're talking about polygons, perimeter, area. This will be a very easy lesson. You should have learned a lot of this stuff before. All right, so remember in geometry, when you got a figure in a plane, it's called a plane figure. A polygon is closed off. It has to have 3 or more line segments called sides. Can't have 2, got to have at least 3. Each side will intersect exactly 2 other sides, and that intersection point is called a vertex. And remember, no 2 sides of common vertex are collinear. So like BA and AE here, I'm not going to make a straight line. That's not going to happen. They have to be like 2 separate line segments. Now, your number of sides determines the name of the polygon. A bunch of these names you already know, like triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon, dodecagon. If you have n sides, where n is some random number, you can call it an n-gon. So if you like 31 sides, you can call it a 31-gon. Is there an official name for it? Probably. Do I know it? No. I know icosagon is 20 sides. Beyond that, I don't know. So you have convex and concave. The best way to describe this to you, a concave polygon caves in somewhere. See over here in this picture, your convex polygon, it's all nice, smooth sides, right? There's no issue here at all. The concave one, that top right corner, looks like you poked it in. So if your polygon has a space where it looks like you took a finger and poked it, that's a concave polygon. So here we're going to classify these by number of sides and tell whether it's convex or concave. So you're going to pause it, get your answer, then come back. All right, so first of all, we've got number 1 here has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. That's a pentagon. And it's being poked in right here, so that is concave. So over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So heptagon. And nothing's caving in, so that is convex. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So octagon. And again, nothing's being poked in, so convex. So we're going to find perimeter and area in the coordinate plane. So these are formulas you should already know. You should already know how to find the perimeter and area of a triangle, square, rectangle, and pigram. This should not be news to you. But we're using the coordinate plane. So that's maybe a little different than what you've done before. So they say here, find the perimeter of triangle DEF. It has vertices D, 1, 3, E, 4, negative 3, and F, negative 4, negative 3. What you want to do, you want to draw the triangle in the coordinate plane. Put your points, draw the triangle, just like that. Then find the length of each side. So we got to find DE, we got to find EF, and we got to find FD. Now, EF's the easy one. That's a straight line. Just count your boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So EF would be 8. I'll put it over here somewhere. Let's put EF is 8. Now for DE and FD, since they're slanted line segments, we have to use the distance formula. So square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So for DE, we have 1 comma 3 and 4 comma negative 3. And again, it does not matter which one you choose as x1 and x2. It doesn't matter. So we have square root of 4 minus 1 squared plus negative 3 minus 3 squared. That gives me square root of 3 squared plus 6 squared. And again, remember, technically I know it's negative 6 squared, but we know the minus sign is going to go away anyway. So we can kind of just not worry about that too much and just move on to putting it as positive 6 squared. Of course, this gives us square root of 45. And that would be DE. So DE is 45, square root of 45. So FD is same process, same formula. Just plug in the points. So I have negative 4 and 1. So negative 4 minus 1 squared plus negative 3 minus 3 squared. So that's square root of 5 squared plus 6 squared. So 25 plus 36, square root of 61. So to find your answer, you would go square root of 45 plus square root of 61 plus 8. And that's just pushing buttons and I'm going to get your answer. So we have, let's see here. This is roughly 7.8. This is about 6.7. And this is 8. So we add those up, 6.7 plus 7.8 plus 8. We get roughly 22.5 is the perimeter. And they didn't give us units, so we just say 22.5 units. You always want to put their feet, inches, whatever. If you don't have the unit, just put the word units. That's fine. All right, try the same thing here. Find the perimeter for each polygon. Go ahead and pause it, and then come back to your answer. All right, so the first one here, G, H, and J. I'm not going to actually graph it. I don't really see a need to. You can if you want to. You know what, let's redo that one. All right, so G, H, and J. So I've got negative 3, 2. I've got 2, 2. And I have negative 1, negative 3. So it looks something like this. Okay, so GH is the easy one because it's a nice straight horizontal line. Mine was kind of ugly, but you can look at your paper and see that it's horizontal. See, I count the spaces from negative 3 to 2, and that's going to be 5. So GH is 5. So now I have to also find HJ, and I have to find GJ. And both those distance formula. So square root of negative 3, I'm going to do HJ next, sorry, GJ. So for GJ, negative 3 minus 1 squared plus 2 minus negative 3 squared. So that's going to equal 4 squared, again ignoring the negative sign. 2 minus negative 3 is double positive, so that's 5. So plus 5 squared. So square root of 41. Kind of ugly. And then for HJ, see, 2 minus negative 1 squared plus 2 minus negative 3 squared. So square root of 3 squared plus 5 squared. So square root of 34. So now we can find our decimals. You push your buttons and find your answers. So that's going to be 6.4 plus 5.8 plus 5. So 6.4 plus 5.8 plus 5, 17.2 units. All right, so now the bottom one here, you got 4 points. And somebody done messed up on this. They put the same letter twice. That's interesting. Oh, well, it happens. So let's just graph this real quick. So -4, -1 is here. 1, 4 is here. 4, 1 is here. And -1, -4 is over here. Let's call this Q. 1, 4 is R. I'm going to call this one P just because I want to have two R's. That's ridiculous. And then T. So this time there's no straight lines at all, so we got to do 4 different distance formulas. So fun times. So you got to do QR, RP, PT, TQ. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's going to give us square root of 5 squared plus 5 squared, so square root of 50. RP, we're going to have space here to do this. So 1 minus 4 squared plus 4 minus 1 squared. So square root of 3 squared plus 3 squared. So square root of 18. All right. So that one's going to go square root of 4 minus -1 squared plus 1 minus -4 squared. So the square root of 5 squared plus 5 squared again. So square root of 50. And if you're thinking that QT is probably going to be square root of 18, you're probably correct. If you like to do that kind of thing. But don't take that for granted. Don't assume. Just go ahead and work it out. So -4 minus -1 squared plus -1 minus -4 squared. So square root of 3 squared plus 3 squared. So it is indeed square root of 18. So I was going to find your sum. So the square root of 50 is roughly 7.1. I have 2 of those. Square root of 18 is around 4.2, and I have 2 of those. So now add them together, and you get roughly 22.6 as your perimeter. It's not hard, it's just a lot of work. All right, so now we're going to go into finding area. So we did perimeter, now it's area. Same idea. So you have, try to find P gram JKLM with vertices -3, 5, 1, 5, 2, -1, and -2, -1. So we're going to go ahead and graph it. Now, this is a parallelogram, a p-gram. So the area of p-gram is base times height. Remember, base and height have to form a right angle. So, like this and this. That's a base and a height. The slanted ones are called slant heights. We're going to be working with those later in the school year. But you have to have a right angle to form a base and a height together. So, to find the height's easy. You just got to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your height is 6. Now your base, again, is a nice straight line. We're going to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So your base is 4. So your area is 6 times 4, which is 24 units squared. Remember, area has to use square units because the square tells you how many dimensions there were. Length has one dimension, it has length. That's why when you measure a side, it's like 5 feet. But area has 2 dimensions, length and width. So unit squared tells you I used 2 dimensions to find the answer. That's why you put a square on it. All right, so you got 4 problems for you to try real quick. Let's go ahead and pause, find your answers, then come back. All right, so base and height, the first one, I guess count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Base is 5. Height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, triangle's area is 1/2 base times height. So 1/2 times 5 times 6. And now it's going to give me 15 square units. All right, then over here, count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So base is 5. And the height, 1, 2, 3. P gram is base times height. So your area is 15 square units. All right, so the first one here, for the one diagram for you. You get the points here, -1, 1, 2, 1, 2, -2, -1, -2. These are all nice straight lines. We can just count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 3 times 3. So 9 is your area, square units. And same thing over here. They're nice straight lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 24 square units. Okay. So here again, they have those modeling real life problems you guys love so much. And you're going to be building a shed, and they made a diagram for you here. Each box is 1 foot. So I want you to find the perimeter and the area of the floor of the shed. So you got to find first your dimensions here. So this is 6, and this is 5, just done by counting. So your perimeter is really easy. 6 plus 6 plus 5 plus 5. So 22. And it says each unit is a foot, so 22 feet. Your area, 6 times 5, that's 30, so 30 square feet. All right, same idea. Let's try this one. Find the perimeter, find the area. Pause and come back. So this side is 4, and this side is going to be 5. So your perimeter is 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5. So 18 yards. It says right here, it's a yard, not a foot. And then 4 times 5 is 20 yards squared.